He might not be home yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Gerald, you gonna read something today? You don't want to read a paragraph? Why don't you read a paragraph or something? I'm sick of your ass just sitting over there.
I want to listen to y'all show.
Oh man, you read this read, get you something in there, man. You ain't messing up nothing. Fuck that. Bet. Yeah, just read, regardless. Bet. Cool with that, Jamie? He cool with it. He cool with it. I know.
She said, I am a woman. I told her I am a man. No, we are not the same, but we go together like water and sand. I gave my heart to a woman. I let it go in the hands. They said we were made for each other like water and sand. Y'all know about that? Huh? I said divine feminine, masterful masculine, dominant nature, cultivated a passiveness. I started as boulder, waves came crashing and I wanted you closer. I waited for you to pass again. By moonlight I was star-crossed. I came to your balcony. Jane, I've been patient, I've been practicing alchemy. You got that spiritual energy. I can tell that you get me. I rinse your soul in the rivers of Oshun if you let me. Come on. I told her I am man.
I see you, man.
No, we are not the same, but we go together like water and sand.
We fit so perfect,
baby. My heart to a woman. I let it go in the hands.
I'll be careful, baby.
They said we were made for each other like water and sand.
For real, I ain't think you was looking. I'm glad you see it. Cause only different eyes are the ones who peep it. You wanna go deeper? I'm the deepest. If it ain't transparency, you could keep it. In your eyes, I see pain and healing. I wanna be the one to walk with you. On this journey, hold my hand, I wanna talk with you. Baby, just let me.
I am one.
No one.
I told her I am man. No, we are not the same, but we go together like water and sand.
We fit so perfect,
my heart to a woman. I let it go in the hands. They said we were made for each other like water and sand.
Peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace to the family, man. Peace to the family, man. Welcome back to Sankofa 180 degrees, man. We back at y'all once again. Hey, family. Don't forget, man, first Sunday every month, we do the children's book read. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get our babies into our history. We gotta know, man. Gotta know our history, man. So just so we recognize it when it starts to repeat, right? Because history always repeats, right? All right, so listen, man. We're giving away free books, free African-centered books about kings, queens, multi-geniuses, icons, pharaohs. Hey, man, you know, ancient history, right? True stories, real stories, family. I was watching a couple of them last night, man. I watched Queen Amina. You know what I mean? I watched that, and they got a really good video of it, man. I tell you, man, I recommend it.
Was it on YouTube or was it on where was it at?
YouTube.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I watched Queen.
There's a conversation going on in the background. I don't know if it's personal or not.
That might be mine. Yeah. Hey, but yeah, and I'll tell you another thing, man. So join us, man, first Sunday every month, man, for the children's book read. We're giving away free books, man. Don't cost you nothing, man. It's just a nice, good quality book for you and the child to read about, these people that that's real, live people, places, and events. Okay. And also join us, every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? For open mic. The children's book read is usually 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so come and check us out, man. We out here, man, putting this history together, man. Keeping our history relevant, man, and true, right? Not to rewrite. It's not this is the real history where you can look it up yourself and literally find it, what we're talking about. All right, you can literally find what we're talking about. Okay, other than you know what I mean. So there's a lot of proof out here, a lot of evidence, a whole lot of evidence. So anyway, man, that song was "Water and Sand" by Red Lotus featuring Jane Hancock. Good song, man. That was really good song. Check them out on YouTube, family. Hey, peace to the panel, man. What's going on with you, man? What's happening with you, Unc? You there? Unmute yourself, King.
Right here with you. Hey, no doubt, man. Big ups to Sankofa 180 degrees and Black History 365 a year. Bet that. Just so I want to say to Dominique Artister, Ashby, it's his birthday today. Would have been his 43rd birthday. But he transitioned in 2012, so get to live for another ancestor, man, and not disappoint him best we can. So, and one way we do it, man, is getting into our Black history, man, our Black culture, Black divinity, and studying our history. And like Jamie said, facts, good carbon markers, good real events, real people, and real locations, instead of this fabricated shit that's going on. And so, I'm ready to get into the Pert room, man. Anybody out there sick and suffering, man, ain't nothing like getting into your own divinity, man, especially our Black divinity. So I hope y'all heal well and do well and can't fall sucker to this orange gump in this motherfucker, man. That's for sure. And we've been sucker for the European manipulated ways and behaviors that we carry out, that we so blind to it. And if we get to this Black divinity, then and this Black information, Afro-centered, we can see clearly, know where we can straighten up at and break them fetters, that we don't even know we have. And, cognitive dissonance is a big thing, man. And get some information, but the power of that other stuff, man, is just wrecking shit. So come fuck with us over in Sankofa 180 degrees. If you want a dose, you're gonna get a full dose, no matter what day or time you come. So that's it. Terry says peace.
Peace, Gary. Peace to you, Queen. Peace. Yeah. And E, you back? You good? You there?
Yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm here just making a transition from work to.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, kick it with him, E, for a second.
Yes, sir. How's everybody doing? Glad to be here, like I was saying. And I'm sorry. Ready for our book read. I'm ready for it. Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. All right, family. Hey, and last but not least, the this is you reading the Pert and Haru family. The Egypt, other people call it the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the Book of Coming Forth by Day. All right, Book of Enlightenment. You can't never forget about that, man. Book of Enlightenment. That's important. All right. By Dr. Muata Ashby. This one right here is by Dr. Muata Ashby, family. Um, PhD. So you can check this book out. You know what I'm saying? Or you can just come on with us, man, and we're gonna read it right to you, man. At word for word, we're gonna read it to you. All right. So last but not least, man, the brother that we, that's showing us this book here, man, right? Is the brother Gerald, man. Peace to you, King.
Hallelujah. Keep in the hand, keep in the hand. What up, Jamie? What up, Unc? What up, E? And in the
Oh, hey, E, mute your mic, E.
yes, sir. The family, and we had church. You know what I'm saying? He was my people, and we ready to get some enlightenment. And we gonna get it from the book of enlightenment, the holy moon. So, for anybody who about enlightenment, this is what you need to be. On Sundays, every Sunday, at 1 p.m. Central, you know, Sankofa 180. Get enlightened. Heal with your brother and your sister. Bring us some information. We got something for you. We take over. We done went back to the source. And we live with one of the oldest spiritual traditions right now. You heard in the room. Come from the talking head and then come from the pyramid head. So, come and deal with it. That's all that love.
Let me read one thing real quick. I put our advertisement with the Book of the Dead picture up on Christian Verse Conscious Community, and it's just a picture of the front of the book. And Gary Lewis, I'm gonna put it out there. He said, "Wrong headline: The souls of the origins beings, the souls of the origin beings are protected, agreeable and disagreeable souls." Now, I don't know what the fuck he was saying on that, but I invited him over here to come and talk about it, right? So I don't know what that means, but I'm just putting it out there, man.
And that was a response to what?
That was a response to the picture that's on your background.
And he said the soul.
The souls of the origin beings are protected, agreeable, and disagreeable souls.
Okay.
I don't know what he meant by that, and I wasn't gonna have a conversation with him on there. I just invited him to come through. Pull up. Yeah. You get
Yeah, so
anything out of that?
he can explain that. He had
Yeah,
to explain that because I don't know what he means by that.
I don't either.
I mean, I like if you look at my background, it says our souls are protected by our ancestors. You know what I'm saying? But so you have to explain that, man.
Yeah. All right, we can get it in. I just wanted to put
Mhm.
that out there, man, because I um, found it questionable. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, so listen, man. I'm gonna kick it off then. All right.
You at?
All right, so we are at page 48, family. The stages of human spiritual evolution and aspiration. The format of this book.
What
All
page
right.
we on again?
48, top of it.
Yep, got it.
All right, everybody there?
Mhm.
All right, it says this book is written in the format which follows the manner prescribed for human spiritual evolution. Therefore, the following section will detail the ancient teachings of spiritual evolution and aspiration, so that the reader may consciously be aware of the process which this book is striving to engender. The scribes of ancient times did not have to set order, have a set order of the utterances of the books of the coming forth by day. They were prepared in accord with the needs, special inclinations, and interests of those who requested that one be made for them. Many translators of the various chapters or utterances of coming forth by day in modern times have also placed the utterances in accordance with their own understanding of the day, of the intent of the priests and priestesses. What follows is a compilation of the most important mystical utterances. It is a special sequence which is synchronous with the universal principle of spiritual evolution. The chapter numbers given by traditional Egyptologists will be provided as footnotes preceding each chapter for easy reference. In yoga philosophy,
So y'all understand, when let me say, let me look what number 3 in the Declaration of Innocence, or it is only really number 3. You with me?
Right.
One person number 3 might not be your number 3. You don't all have 42. That there is no the stars of the ancient times did not have a set order for the utterances. So sometimes people say, well, what number was the name? And then I mean, like, they don't really understand. Or it's many in the whole, out of the 42, they said it's at least 147 different things you can put in there. You with me?
that's right.
So you're referring to many translators of the various chapters or utterances of the coming forth by day, and the modern times have also placed the utterances in accordance with their own understanding of the intent of the priest and priestesses.
Now go to the fourth sentence. The scribes and ancients.
You said the fourth sentence?
Oh, the
Yeah.
scribes, he said.
The scribes and
Okay,
ancients.
the scribes of the ancient times did not have a set order for the utterances of the books of the coming forth by day.
Right. So when I'm saying, if you look at Annie 1 through 42, and you find somebody else, they're not gonna have the same order or the same 42.
Right.
And then you look at somebody else, they not gonna be the same 40. You know, like the 6 commandments, they automatically number 1 is number 1, number 2 is number 2. The Declaration of Innocence are not like that. It's gonna be 42 of them, but they gonna be a mix. It's 147 different ways that you can get to the 42.
Right.
All right. So when the people doing it now new, they not doing nothing new. It comes from the old practice. You with me?
Right.
Yeah. Now, the easy way, now this everything is up. If I was to lose my 22, you with me? And that's what all of us gonna end up doing. All right?
All right.
We gonna make sure we do that as a part of this plan. Our own 42 Declaration of Innocence. We gonna make sure we put out the ones that we know we don't supposed to do, murder and all that shit. But the other ones, don't make it nothing easy. It's personal something that you know you shouldn't do. And we make sure we put that in our own. You with me?
So that's what
So,
you was saying when you would you talking about when you was telling me the last few times to put that on that list.
yeah, my own solo might not mean your solo. You know what I'm saying? One of mine might not be something that I ain't even think about or worry about. But it might be something to you. That's gonna be yours. I wouldn't put that on my list because I don't need to work on that. I need something on my list that I need to work on. You with me? I don't want no easy ass list. I am not this. I am not. No, I want some shit. I know. Yeah. Oh, I
Right.
ain't. Yeah, the easy shit. No, I know. I know I'm supposed to do that. I need to shit on there that I know I need to work on. I know I have a problem with. That needs to be on my list as my assault. Your list gonna be a little different. All our lists gonna be a little different. Yeah, me all gonna have to make it. I ain't kill nobody. I ain't need no lines for no reason. I ain't on for no, we know we gotta get that nation shit out the way. Yeah.
Gonna be interesting.
Sorry about interrupting, but I'm working to make
No,
sure.
it
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
you ain't gotta be sorry, Gerald.
already.
All right, y'all ready? All right. In yoga philosophy, spiritual evolution is described as follows: listening, reflection, and meditation. All of the five major categories of yoga described before: yoga of wisdom, yoga of devotional love, yoga of meditation, uh, tantric yoga, and yoga of self-righteousness action can be found in the Pert in Peru. A spiritual aspirant listens to the teachings, reflects upon their meaning, and then enters into deep meditation on them. All right. All right. Table 3, the stages of spiritual evolution. Across the top, we have the stages of spiritual evolution. And that's in one box, and in the other box is the Shaitan Metra Egyptian Yoga system. There are 3 stages of spiritual evolution. All right, so when we go back to the stage of spiritual evolution, we have number 1. We have 3 of those. Remember, and so so the first one is aspiration, and then we have an explanation. Students who are being instructed on a probationary status and have not experienced inner vision. The important factor at this level is awakening of the spiritual self. That is, becoming conscious of the divine presence within oneself and the universe by having faith that there is a spiritual essence beyond ordinary human understanding. Number 2, striving. Students who have attained inner vision and have received a glimpse of cosmic consciousness. The important factor at this level is purgation of the self. That is purification of mind and body through a spiritual discipline. Okay. The aspirant tries to totally surrender personal identity or ego to the divine inner self, which is the universal self of all creation. All right. And number 3 is established. Students who have become identified with or united with God. The important factor at this level is illumination of the intellect. That is experience and appreciation of the divine presence during reflection and meditation. Union with the divine self, the divine marriage of the individual with the universe. Okay, and then we're going to go over to the next box. In the Shaitan Necher Egyptian yoga system, there are 3 stages of spiritual evolution. All right. Number 1, the mortals, students who were being instructed on a probationary status, but had not experienced inner vision. Number 2, the intelligence, students who had attained inner vision and had received a glimpse of cosmic consciousness. And then number 3, the creators or beings of light. 4, students who had become identified with or united with the light. And then they got a parentheses, God. Anybody want to say anything about that? That box?
That's interesting.
Oh, yeah, man. This table actually, this is a nice table, right? So we got 3 stages of spiritual evolution, family, where you're supposed to evolve through each one of these stages, right? The mortals, the students who were being instructed on a probationary status, but had not experienced inner vision. So right now, at this point, you haven't even, you haven't seen self yet. You ain't got to touch yourself yet.
Right.
The intelligence, students who had obtained inner vision and had received a glimpse of cosmic consciousness. Opening up. Sound like you opening up, right?
Less knowledge of self.
Yeah, you opening up. You getting there. Getting there. And then this is what Gerald felt like he was at. Right? The creator or being of light, students who had become identified with or united with the light. God. Hey, he was ready.
Y'all always hear me talking about the mystery schools and then the initiated. That's what all that's about. When they're not initiated, they had to go through the level. But the school was a long period. They had 40 years.
Mortals were students who were being instructed on a probationary status and have not experienced inner vision. The important factor at this level is awakening of the spiritual self. That is becoming conscious of the divine presence within oneself and the universe by having faith that there is a spiritual essence beyond ordinary human understanding. So this is what the mortals was talking. This is what on the other side when it said mortals, and then when it says intelligences, it goes to striving, where it says students who have attained inner vision and have received a glimpse of cosmic consciousness. The important factor at this level is purgation of the self. That is purification of mind and body through a spiritual discipline. The aspirant tries to totally surrender personal identity or ego to the divine inner self, which is the universal self of all creation.
Now,
Yeah.
right now, in reality, that's the death process.
That's the death process?
Yeah. You dying of who you thought you were.
Mm-hmm.
That's that purging. You purging yourself of not this or not that. I thought I was all that. I'm a divine, I'm Lord. Yeah, nigga. You gotta almost get, y'all always hear me say that right. I am the creator. That's a mindset you gotta work to get to even say that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, that whole purging yourself is the whole Jesus lying on the cross. And whoever the neck on the cross, that's the neck in the mythology. Then there's a resurrection after that. When you read morning, you are that one. You know what I'm saying? When you after you die from killing yourself from that, and you get the thing free, you know you are that one. You select, I am him. I am that. Whatever it is. I am that I am. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever the highest it is. You gotta connect with that shit.
And
No hesitation. That's what I am. Whenever I get in, my mantra is I am the creator of one. Whenever I'm feeling hopeless and shit. Every time when I had my surgery, before they put that shit in me, I am the creator with one.
Right.
Yeah, before I lost consciousness and I don't know what's gonna happen, and if I don't make it back, I already put in my shit. The creator of one. If I ever get scared and in any situation, maybe feel a fight, maybe whatever, my mind will throw that in. All right, I'm walking from I am afraid of one.
And to add on, the aspirant tries to totally surrender personal identity or ego to the divine inner self, right? Which is the universal self of all creation. That was my point about getting to know who self is and getting in touch with self. And now, right, right, and understanding who self is, right? I said that years and years, right? And then it goes to creator of, so when it says the creator of beings of light, number 3 is established now. Students who have become identified with or united with God. The important factor at this level is illumination of the intellect. That is experience the appreciation of the divine presence during reflection and meditation. Union with the divine self, the divine marriage of the individual with the universe. With the universal. So it explains it. The important factor to this level is illumination of the intellect. Right? Period. That's it. To open it up. You know what I mean? Now you can see. You can see the light. You see it now. Yeah, like he said, I'm God. I am one with the creator. I am the creator. Right?
Yeah.
That's what this is. This it right here.
Let's open up my intellect.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Opening up the intellect is knowing.
And that God's self.
You know, search. And the intelligence means you know. You know what I'm saying? not that you believe in whatnot. So from my knowledge of the soul, my knowledge of eternity, and the only other comparison to what's eternal is what we call God. You know what I'm saying? Well then I'm with that. I'm not that's what my intellect let me know. I am that. I don't reject it. You know what I'm saying? Let me somebody tell me something otherwise that I'm not connected with that. How am I not? You know, now I always even tell people, now to say that don't mean that you knew what now is to understand you a divine being. And you knew divine things. So then you put it up on the screen.
Little Christian boy over there.
You put it up on the movie screen. And if I put your life up on the movie screen, Jamie, or up, will I be hearing divine men or not? You with me?
Say that last part one more time.
If I put your life up on the movie screen and when you watch it, will you be living like a divine man or not?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So I look at it, okay, just like I go watch a movie. I'm being watched like that. My life is a goddamn movie. And it can be rewinding or fast forward, or people can look at it and say, I like that character, or I don't like that character, or that nigga there's a bullshit motherfucker. He be all that head in there and doing that, but when you look at him, when he ain't on the camera, or he thinks he ain't on the camera, he all doing this other kind of bullshit.
Hey, y'all give me a minute, man. Let me use the bathroom real quick. Y'all go ahead and finish though. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, he really not like that. I don't like that character. Moo.
Right.
Yeah. He's trying to fit them people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it really is. That's what life really is. What do you mean? Real or not real? Whether you know what you know you're supposed to do, or you don't. And you find that you don't know, find out what's the right way. Find out what's the right thing. Then stand on that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting, man. Looking at your life as a movie and see, do I like the character? Man, I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Yeah, it was time when I looked back and I was
Am I living divine?
manipulating women and doing all kind of shit. Now I didn't like that character. You know what I'm saying? I was full of shit.
And that's a high asking, boy. Do I see a divine character? Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it when you want your if you want somebody to see your movie, whatever you need. What was that movie with Jim Carrey?
What when he was lying?
When he didn't know who he was in that thing, he didn't watch the whole time. Damn, I forget the name of that
That ain't the
movie.
one when he was lying in.
It was one where he was being watched on TV. His whole life was a movie. It was watched on TV. He was the self Truman. Truman was the name of that movie.
Oh, Truman, yeah.
Yeah. Living like a Truman.
Yeah.
Need to mess up. Put yourself when you always doing the right thing. Always.
That's crazy.
All right. Hey.
That's a chin checker right there. You know,
What do you think? You like your character?
do I like my character?
You think people will like your character?
I think so.
And they was watching you in the movie now, and they like, he's who, you know, when he show up, what is he like?
Yeah, yeah. I like my character. I like you guys' character. All four of you guys. I
Talking
get
about
into
character now, or you talking about character through the whole movie?
no, we better stick
Yeah,
with
through the
now.
whole
We better
movie.
stick with
Yeah.
now on Jamie.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to now, but down. Yeah, the other shit is that no, they don't think they like my
No, but
character.
really according to that movie, you got to before and you got to act. Your movie had to be better than all ours for what you went through and how you acting right now. You with me?
So
Yeah,
my
people gonna be
character now
interested in all that.
they would have hated me in the beginning, and but at
Right.
like now they might have changed their mind now. Like okay,
Right.
No,
he
there'd have
done
been
did this,
plenty of motherfuckers liking that shit, Jamie.
huh?
It would have been plenty of motherfuckers liking that character
Yeah,
that they wouldn't like. It'd have been
but
plenty of them.
I'm talking about the people that count. Shit.
Right?
Shit.
Right.
I'm talking about the people that count. Yeah, it been some knuckleheads that some motherfuckers that like that shit, but I'm talking about people that's real society people type
Right.
people, you know.
Right. Right. You put the
Yeah,
jury
no,
up there, huh? You gonna pick the
yeah,
jury.
they ain't gonna like that too much. But yeah, we can
Jamie,
yeah.
you got the Malcolm X story.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Malcolm went to jail. When he came out, he didn't do it. You know, you got the Sankofa room open, you it up. You had your children on there. You know he knew it.
Hey, Jamie had a real good character about himself, man. His personality was always smooth and good and all that shit, man. Just aspects, but like you said, I think you reflecting on the chaos and the pain that you caused, and the disconnects and shit like that, man. But Jamie was always a good cat, man. He
Yeah,
just,
man. Until the crack epidemic came, I don't know what happened to people, man. We just
yeah,
lost our goddamn whole minds, man.
yeah,
When the crack
yeah,
epidemic came, man, it was just man, motherfuckers changed, man. And a lot of
everybody.
everybody
Hey,
just
just like the
flipped.
pandemic. Just like the
Yeah,
pandemic, everybody done changed. If
yeah,
motherfuckers say they ain't crazy, you crazy.
yeah, everybody flipped, man, when that shit came through, man. That shit
Yeah,
came through like a motherfucking like a storm, man. That shit was like chaos, like from
yeah,
the start, though, man. That's what's crazy about it.
yeah,
That shit started like it was almost like a some, it was like a almost like a blueprint already made up for that shit, man.
right.
Because it was just chaos from the beginning, King. Oh man, that shit was wild, man. I had never
Yeah,
seen no shit like that. I don't even think that that shit didn't hit. The heroin didn't hit like that shit hit.
yeah. The fentanyl ain't hitting like it is,
No, it
like
didn't
it
hit
did.
like
None
that
of that.
crack did, man. It didn't hit that crack, man. Changed the whole fucking game.
Sure did.
The whole game flipped. Like you had to regroup and go to some raw shit and some. Let me stop, man. Hey, let's go back to this.
Hey, hey, you want to say something on that? I know you're
Yeah,
right, but you want to say something?
he might be in traffic.
There you go.
Oh no, I'm right here. I'm good. I had to. I was just reading, but I'm not. Y'all go ahead. Keep going.
You at home
Okay,
now, or are you
Yeah,
still
crack me.
moving around?
Yeah, go ahead, though.
Okay, okay,
No,
bet.
I'm right here.
Okay.
okay, all right. Hey, so here we go, man. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. The three steps of spiritual practice: myth, ritual, and mystical philosophy and experience, which complete the practice of religion. Follow the format described above closely, guys. So what with that format that we just got done talking about, it's recommended that we follow that format. I mean, closely. Many students of ancient Egyptian religion have forced on the religious stories. I'm sorry, have focused on the religious stories of ancient Egypt as mythical fables or superstitious rantings from a long lost civilization. In the Egyptian Yoga book series, we successfully show how the teachings of mystical spirituality were kept carefully woven in, into and throughout ancient Egyptian mythology. Ancient Egyptian religion centers around the understanding that every human being has a immortal soul and a mortal body. Further, it holds that creation and the human soul have the same origin. How can this momentous teaching be proven and its reality experienced? That's the question. This is the task of mystical spirituality, religion in its three phases, and or the practice of yoga discipline. Hey, so like hey, that's sharp right there, man. That's sharp.
So every human being is immortal, and immortality is connected with the Creator. That's what y'all hear me always saying. And I'm immortal, and then the only thing that's also immortal is the Creator. Well, I am the Creator one. I don't have no problem with that. That don't get my mind no confusion. It don't make me feel funny saying it. I don't feel like I'm being blasphemous. I feel enlightened.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
most people will have a problem with saying that and the saying on one. That's blasphemous in the Abrahamic faith. You can't say
Sure.
that.
Sure. Yeah, you get cussed out and everything for that.
Yeah, but we actually said it. And Philip, that was Nathan's name. You know what I'm saying? So we going back to African Center. We ain't going back to whatever they talking about. I don't care about that. Ain't it, read that last sentence from page 48 million. Ain't it the million centers around that? The understanding that every human being has an immortal soul and a mortal body. So when you're dealing with Christian religion at the end about your soul totally learned up in the under. That soul is immortal. Well, how do you learn up? What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't
What
burn
the
that.
hell are you talking about?
But you can burn a mortal body.
But
Okay.
and then immortality is only connected with the Creator. So what the hell? Some at the beginning that has no beginning, has no end. What the fuck does it mean? Man from higher from a Jehovah Lord or Abrahamic Lord. When you have Latin stuff, it don't make no goddamn sense.
I haven't heard of them burning the soul. Christians burning the soul, but
I don't know what they
Oh,
burn.
that wasn't supposed to happen. That was the soul supposed to get tormented in hell.
okay, there we
It's
go.
happening to the
There we
soul,
go.
not your body. The soul is getting tormented.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So, all right. Here we go. Thus, it is evident that the rule Pert and Haru utilizes the universal principles with mystical spirituality.
Fix your mic a little, Jamie.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me
Yes,
better?
better.
All right. Thus, it is evident that the Pert and Haru utilizes the universal principles of mystical spirituality and mystical religion. The Pert and Haru lays heavy emphasis on ritual, spiritual wisdom and the mystical union with the divine. One more subheading may be added, that is mythology. The spiritual wisdom is to be studied and deeply reflected upon, and this will lead to a transformation in one's personality. This process continues the journey that a spiritual aspirant must follow in order to go from mortality to immortality.
See, and this is what this is what the Bible just does not provide. Right? The spiritual wisdom is to be hold on. The Pert is heavy, lays heavy emphasis on the ritual spiritual wisdom and the mystical union with the divine. One more subheading should be added. That is the mythology. See, the Bible just wants you to think that it's all real. They would have got a whole lot further, man, if they would have just used mythology, acknowledged mythology, right? And
Right.
Right,
allegory,
right,
right?
right, right.
Right. Go ahead.
After out of all these same stories that you know what I'm saying that's been told that was dealing with mythological people or mythological characters. This particular one that which happens to be the last to get the story. Now this one is real.
Right. Right. And
All right.
that's what really changed me, man. That flipped my script was that factor right there, right? Because we don't try to hide any of it, right? This is mythology. They're the ones that try to make our mythology seem like we think it's real life human shit, right?
Right.
So that's what really turned my table right there. When we went side by side, Jamie, the side by side comparisons and stuff like that, and I think that's when that really kicked in right there.
Right. Yeah, that's what always does it. And you can do a side by side comparison and see the similarities or the differences. Right. Yes. So here we go. However, in ancient times, the first level, I'm sorry, Gerald E, y'all want to say something on that?
Like I said, the history is not a mythology. And then when history gets in the way of it, they still stand on it. And that will make them ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, when you mean Adam, when did Adam, let them believe in that and all, and Jesus is real. But like I said, Jesus comes from a virgin mother, from an angel. That's mythology. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's automatic mythology. And y'all try to make me go, Jesus is real. And if you don't believe Jesus is real, you're going to hell. That's mythology. Don't try to make the history.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like when believing in mythology, and if you try to make the history, then I can take believe it. It's not historical.
I like make believe, man, but I'd be a goddamn fool to go around talking about it's real.
Right. I can have an understanding if you make it mythology and spiritual. And make it the same to me. But the other way, no, that's why people start to reject it.
That's facts. That's facts.
More people
That's pure
rejecting
facts.
it, and more information, it's way more information out there. They just gotta be like ostriches and put their head in the hole.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, when they talk about dead, tough, loot, shoot, all
Talking
that.
about you can't see me.
Yeah.
Hey,
I believe.
Jamie says these motherfuckers throwing rocks and hiding his hands and shit.
Yeah, they throw rocks to hide their hand, man. Like, but you know, when you're dealing with mythology like the shoe, Tef Nook, yeah, Nuke, you know, they explaining to you how the universe, you know, the elements. It's showing
And
you
they
about the
make it
elements,
clear. They
air,
make it clear that that's what they're
water.
talking about.
You know what I mean? They, come on, man. Like that. It's teaching you. It's a way of teaching. I don't know, but anyway,
But you at a certain level, you automatically say they help you living hard. And you just blame them for, you don't try to get an understanding, you just say, no, I ain't trying to get it. And on some stupid ass shit like that. Let me stupid.
right, but not understanding that they're not gods. This is air you're talking about. You know what I mean? You're talking about water, moisture.
And
And
we are,
they go
and we
out of
are,
their
and we,
way, they go out of their way to explain that. And they so it's like, fuck you.
Right, right,
Fuck you.
right.
yeah, we hadn't gotten to that third characteristic, the creator or beings of light, established.
Still
They
at the
ain't got
first.
no near that.
You
They
ain't even at
don't
the
put
first
that
one.
in there.
You
No,
ain't
they
even
ain't
at the
gonna
first
say
one.
they're Lord one. Hell no. They don't say they're a child Lord. But not because,
I and the creator are one. There ain't no
yeah, they don't
separation.
say that. No. Only Jesus can say that. And then some of the people like me there, and he ain't saying he said he the son. He ain't the creator. He ain't say that.
That's right.
You know. Yeah, they'll fight over that. You know what I'm saying? He
So,
said he believes in the Father, not believe in the Father. Yeah, I am the creator on one. I have no problem saying it.
They can't even get to that. Am I living a divine life? Right? It's still minimized because they ain't connected. It's separated.
listen,
And
All
man.
so,
right, in the land life, right? They never say they are a sinner, and nobody's perfect. And
right.
I'm saying, no, saying in the line, not saying you perfect. You just saying in the line. But they are trying to say, no, I'm a sinner. No, I ain't on the line. No, that's blasphemy. Oh, the Lord is the line. I'm not the line.
Where did we get the Bible? When did we get the Bible, man?
15, what?
When
15.
did we no? When did we as a people, Black Africans, when did we get the Bible? Here in America. Here in America, when did we get it?
Oh, that's 17 something. Right?
We got the Bible during slavery.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
We was introduced to the Bible during slavery,
Yeah, 17s.
right?
right.
Even
Now,
15s. Even
why
15.
in the hell would a people that don't want you here on earth want you up in heaven with them? Why would they give you a book that's going to save you and put you in the same spot that they want to go to?
It will never happen.
Huh?
It will never happen.
But they right. So what? So all they did was took your African spiritual system and
Hmm.
gave you some bullshit,
Hmm.
and then
Sold it back to you
they gonna
with their name on it.
study, and then they gonna study and practice your shit,
And get
right?
the true meaning. And get the true meaning
That's
of it.
what they gonna do. They gonna study and practice your shit while they gave you this bullshit,
Hmm.
right? And now you got the Bible, and you think that these is your ancestors and this is your people, and this book is you supposed to follow this book, the same book that they gave you. Why are they gonna give you something that's gonna save you? Save you, you know what I mean? They already said he didn't have a soul. So anyway, man, here we go. Y'all ready?
Right? Yes, sir.
Thus, it is evident that the rule per Imperu utilizes the universal principles of mystical spirituality and mystical religion. The Pert and Heru lays heavy emphasis on ritual, spiritual wisdom, and the mystical union with the divine. One more subheading may be added, that is mythology. Spiritual wisdom is to be studied and deeply reflected upon, and thus will lead to a transformation in one personality. This process constitutes the journey that a spiritual experience must follow in order to go from mortality to immortality. However, in ancient times, the first level of religion, the myth, was well known by all people in ancient Egyptian society. So the first yogic step of listening to the teachings, or the first step of religion, learning the myth, the first step is learning the myth. With more part was more part of the socialization of the culture. A person would learn it as this as they were growing up, and would not require an introduction such as has been presented in the first part of the book, this book. Therefore, their practice will be more advanced than a present day experience. They would go right into the practice of the rituals and begin to learn the mystical implications of these as they relate to the myth of Asar, Aset, the myth of Asar, Aset, and Haru, which they already knew so well. Thus, we will combine the universal principles of mystical spirituality and mystical religion and arrange this volume in accordance with the following criteria. Part 1 will treat the following subjects: representation of the myth upon which the Pert M. Haru is based. Okay, hear that? Y'all hear that? Presentation of the myth upon which the Pert M. Haru is based. Gloss on the myth, gloss on the philosophy behind the myth and the Pert M. Haru. Part 2 will present the translated scripture of Pert M. Haru as follows: awakening, wisdom and ritual, transformation of affirmations for reflection and advancement, and mystical union. So it has the evolution of the book of coming forth by day, phrases of ancient Egyptian literature. All right, myth, pre-dynastic period, Shaitan, Asar, Aset, Haru, the myth of Asar, Aset, and Haru. Then they got all right, so that's then they got Shaitan, Atum Ra, the myth of creation, pyramid text, 5000 BCE or prior, pyramid of Eunice, pyramid of Teti, pyramid of Pepi the First, pyramid of Menere, pyramid of Pepi II. Wisdom text, 3000 BCE, the Ptolemaic period, precepts upon Ptahhotep, instructions Oh, yeah. Instructions of any instructions of a minimal, etc. Coffin text 2040 BCE to 1786 BCE, and the papyrus text 1570 BCE, Roman period. Book of coming forth by day, example of famous papyrus, papyri of Ani, papyrus of Hunefer, papyrus of Kenna, Greenfield papyrus, etc. Monumental inscriptions and theological treatises. Example, Temple of Seti I, Temple of Aset, Temple of Haru, Sabaka inscription, Stele of Jehuti, Nefer, hymns of Amun, etc. Hermetic texts. So that's the evolution of the book of coming forth of by day. We're showing you how it came, I guess how they found it, and all the different texts, pyramid texts that they have here, and they got a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got five different pyramid texts. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then got all these papyruses, right? So a lot of papyruses right here. Cool. Yeah, man. A lot of information, man. Like Gerald said, this is one of the oldest religious writings on the planet right now. Right now, as it stands. One of them. It ain't the oldest, but it's one of them. The origins of the scriptures of Pert and
The oldest in here is it.
the pyramid, yeah.
Yeah. And then when they talk about the here is it,
Yeah, they
that's
just showed it.
the old.
Yeah, the pyramid text, it said it's yeah, pyramid
Yeah.
text, 5000 BCE. It might even be before that.
Yeah, them written old
Yeah, them was written on the walls.
on the wall. So they say written old.
Right.
When you live with the book is coming forth by day, the person in the room is always gonna be on the papyrus. And they're gonna be written old.
That's around 1570 BCE.
Yeah.
Saying. Yeah. All right, the origins of the scriptures of Pert and Haru. As mentioned earlier, the text which comprise the new Pert and Haru originate in the far distant past in the form of the pyramid text. They were codified as utterances which, when understood and practiced, could lead the practitioner to reach expanded levels of consciousness. This was symbolically referred to as gaining power over the gods and goddesses and becoming a glorified soul. Right. That's right. The iniquity of the scriptures is attested to by some of the rubrics used on some chapters. For example, the rubrics of some of the verses of chapter 31 and 36 state that they were originally found, not created by Pert of Kibanu, the city of the god Jehuti while on a tour of inspection of the temples of Egypt. Some variants assign the finding to Semitai, all right, who was the king in the first dynasty. For this and other reasons, it can be said that the scriptures originated in pre-dynastic times, but were codified in dynastic times. The common view of the pyramid text is that they are the earliest known versions of the Book of the Dead. They seem to be compositions of scripture, which refer to a king who is part of a ritual wherein offerings are given in the temple and spells are uttered or chanted for the purpose of obtaining power or control over the spirits of the dead and over the gods and goddesses. This has been traditional. This has been the traditional interpretation of Egyptologists and others who have not had the opportunity to study and practice the mystical teachings from around the world. If these studies are entered into with an open mind, and if one is willing to read the text within the context of mysticism and expanded belief in the potential of human experience, a much different understanding arises from the literal interpretations which have been provided thus far. So see, that's deep right there, man. That's kind of deep, man. Right? So I'm gonna read that. So if these studies are entered into with the open mind, and if one is willing to read the text within the context of mysticism, you got to be willing to read this in the context of mysticism and an expanded belief in the potential of human experience. A much different understanding arises. So you would get a different understanding, a whole different understanding from the literal interpretation which have been provided thus far. Right? From a mystical perspective, it must be understood that the utterances of the Pert Emperor were not only for individuals as they were approaching the time of death or who had already died, but they also incorporated rituals designed to engender a mystical experience in the participants. These initiates were not waiting or just preparing for the time of death to use the knowledge of the netherworld. They were interested in discovering the mysteries of other worlds even while still alive. Thus, the book is not for the dead. You hear that? The book is not for the dead, but for those who truly want to become alive. You see that? And you'll hear people say this too, man. You can read the book from a bunch of people that's dead. A dead, a dead man's book. Like Drill said, that's what they come up with his name. The dead man's book. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's for people that's dead. It's you're right. It's for the people. It's for dead people. Man, it's just told us right here.
No matter they were interested in discovering the mystery.
They were interested in discovering. Listen, another word. They were interested in discovering the mysteries of the other world, even while still alive.
Right now. Right now.
That's right.
They was playing with that.
And that's what it says. Yeah.
They wanted, they was doing shit with their meaning to try to limit that. They were doing rituals and all kinds of shit to try to limit what happens in the mind when they die. They were trying to nip them before they died.
Right. That's
So
what it
that
says.
they can preserve their life
Hey,
or to
hey,
actually transition.
well, listen. No, listen.
They knew
Because
they
it
were
says,
internal beings, so they were trying to get a foothold on that. They knew eternal, and even if you live 100 years, that ain't shit on eternal.
Right.
So they knew eternal was longer than this. They was preparing for eternity. Yeah,
right,
so this didn't mean nothing to them. Even though you might hear with all the written and whatnot, they mostly was preparing for death, which
that's
is
right.
more than eternal life. That's what they was preparing for. They was
Right,
more interested, and all they hit on me about death.
right.
And
And if
that's
you keep,
all King Tut is the most famous king, not because he really shit, because they found all that shit in his narrative thing. Like, damn, look what they take to their left. Why
Right.
would anybody take all this shit to their left? What the fuck is this about? We only put ourselves in the coffin. This motherfucker had all kind of shit. That
Right.
Roll and shit. They like, what the hell is they on?
so, if you keep going, it says, thus the book is not for the dead, but for those who truly want to become alive.
That's why we studying it. That's why we studying it now.
Right.
This ain't no shit that we saying, hey, when I get married, have this book in my arms. And I'm like the Anthony Johnson. And I got to look on the man and like, no, I'm studying the hell out of this information. Now, I might have it in my hand, let me do. But I'm studying it now. And
Right.
not then I am gonna have one in my hand. You got damn right. I never thought of that. I didn't even think of that before. Yeah.
What did you just reveal? What did you just learn?
He said he's gonna have one in his casket.
Yeah.
He's gonna have this book in his casket. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's knowledge as yeah.
So you going to the casket.
Huh?
It says so you going to the casket.
I know I'm alive. So I'm saying in my marriage or something like this, I want my family or whoever takes care of me, make sure they put a book in the land in my family.
Right.
I'm going on like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm a follow the traditional ancestors. They had a turn in the wood with them. I'm gonna have me my turn in the wood.
Shit, I got fetters to break, man, because I'm gonna get burned up. I don't want to be. I'm scared to go in the casket.
Mm. Now you
Right.
understand what I'm saying,
I
though?
I totally understand what you say. I
Yeah,
respect that, no
yeah.
doubt. I'm just trying to think where I can fit me a Pert and Maru in where I'm going. That's all I was bringing up, really.
Okay. It says, therefore, earliest known versions of the text are compositions of scriptures, which refers to an initiate who is part of a ritual wherein offerings are given and special words are recited, uttered, or chanted for the purpose of transforming the consciousness of that individual to attain power or control over the spirits of the demons. They,
Egoistic.
e- 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 ego,
Egoist.
e- ego, egotist, ego, egoistic tendencies and over the gods and goddesses, virtuous qualities. We will not attempt to provide a literal translation of the text since this would lead to intellectual stagnation. It would be like reading a poem and trying to apply its meaning literally and critiquing it on its grammatical merits. Mystical literature should be understood as a grand metaphor which seeks to explain the origin of creation and humanity. That's important, man. Mystical literature, right, should be understood as a grand metaphor which seeks to explain the origins of creation and humanity. Wow, right? That's why myth is not a bad thing.
All right.
It's not a bad thing. It's really a really good thing, right? Along with providing an understanding of a of the transcendental modes of consciousness and the human experience. These modes may be termed as higher consciousness, God, the supreme being, universal soul, supreme consciousness, etc. So a mystical teaching, while existing in a historical context, is a reality not concerned with history or ordinary human reality. You hear that? So a mystical teaching, while existing in a historical context, is a reality not concerned with history or ordinary human reality, since these are in the end transient, illusory, and irrelevant to the attainment of higher consciousness. Therefore, while certain historical information is needed to set a context for our study and relations in world history. Hey man, that's tough right there, family.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta listen to that, man.
Yeah, that is.
That's tough right there.
It says you said you gave all that lesson said it's irrelevant to higher consciousness.
Yeah.
To the attainment of higher consciousness.
All right, let me find out. Let me find where I'm at. Therefore, while certain historical information is needed to set a context for our study in relation to world history, an emphasis will be placed on revealing the mystical meaning contained in it, because it is this meaning alone that will lead the spiritual experience to attain the goal of mysticism, that of transcending ordinary human consciousness and discovering the deeper realities that lie within the heart. In this sense, the Pert is absolutely true and factual in every detail. Mystical teachings are primarily concerned with the here and now, as well as transcendental wisdom, and not specifically with any particular historical event. The use of mythological stories and ritual transitions should not be confused with history. Family, myths are used by sages in order to convey mystical teachings about the human condition and mysteries of the human part. Thus, the study must, which does not affirm the transcendental nature of a myth, is, is relegated to understanding only the superficial, esoteric meaning of the teaching. So it's literally telling you, man, how to take these books, how to read the books, and not just this one, family.
Right.
Yeah, not just this one, right? In the earlier times, the teachings of the Medu Neter, right? Divine speech, Egyptian mysteries, the Shatant Neter, the secret way of the spirit. That's what they're saying. That's what we got it correct. Were inscribed in the mortuary pyramids of the wealthy nobles. These texts are called pyramid texts. Later, the texts were inscribed on a mortuary coffin themselves. These texts are referred to as coffin texts. The next evolution in the codification of the ancient Egyptian teachings was the use of papyrus paper. That's only in the Nile Valley.
Let me read some. You got it? You got it?
You want to go? You can go.
Go ahead. I'll go down to plate 5. I'll start at plate 5.
Okay. All right. The versions of the did I read that? These texts are referred to as coffin texts.
Yeah, you read that.
Yeah, I read that. Okay. The versions of the Pert Emperor, which were recorded in the later periods of ancient Egyptian history, are not exactly the same as those which were inscribed in the earliest periods. While most of the teachings of the later versions can be traced to earlier origins, many new utterances were added by different priests and priestesses. Therefore, the exposition of the teachings represents an evolution of mystical thought, which in many ways was refined and expanded over a period of more than 5,000 years. Thus, the later versions are a combination of ancient original teachings and more modern expansions and additions to the teachings, which were not part of the original. The earlier texts did not inscribe, did not include vignettes. The addition of vignettes is an important evolution in the transmission of the teaching, since it added a new dimension to the visual quality of the scripture. The vignettes first appear in the coffin text period. Certain scriptures, such as chapter 16 and 143, were always included in vignettes illustrated, embellished with pictures, form with picture form, and never included the book itself, are implicit, meaning that there is a certain amount of book, certain amount of understanding which one must already have in order to fully understand the book, even before picking it up for the first time. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? So this means that there is a certain amount of book, a certain amount of understanding which one must already have in order to fully understand the book, even before picking it up for the first time. right? So that's the prerequisites to is what we was talking about. Also, once the book is picked up and studied, it must be understood that its wisdom is not only transmitted by words, but also through a visual and pictorial nature of the scripture itself. The process of initiation serves to provide the student with information about the symbols and the subtle meaning of or nuances of the philosophy. This is why, with the exception of chapter 4, there are few explanations or glosses in the text itself. Certain chapters, such as chapter 33, are like compilations and refinements of earlier concepts. While containing their principles, there are no groupings of utterances in the earlier works which compile the negative confessions of or precepts of Ma'at and the concept of laws which must be followed in order to be pure of heart, as found in the later papyrus versions of the Pert and Harut. This aspect of the later versions does not represent a new concept or innovation, but a refinement and expansion of that which was present at the inception of the teaching and first recorded in the form of pyramid texts. You want to go to play 5, or you want to do play 5?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Gerald, you want to read first? You want to get yours in?
When you want me to read?
You can read play 5 in the order of the chapters. Read till you feel like you need to stop. Then I'll jump in.
Y'all just tell me y'all can understand. I don't mind.
I can understand you.
All right. Play 5. Talking of Hit Lehet, Senior, Chapter of Autumn, 21st Dynasty, showing hard human weakness, sex, and vigilant. The order of the chapter. The celestial writings in the heavenly realm dedicated to illness enlightenment are separate but complementary passages which may or may not relate directly to each other. The original format of the text, which I now refer to as the Book of the Land, was a collection of related texts which mainly described as injunction, admonition, or affirmation, hymns, litany, and threats related to promoting and bringing into reality the inner enlightenment of the individual initiative. These early texts are now known as the pyramid texts. These passages may be actually referred to as chapters or utterances. However, the ancient term was rule or law, meaning root of words means open. It is notable that the text and illustration within the various departments do not always coincide, and that different roles contain the same utterances in different orders. The point to the fact that there is no current order in which the utterances must be presented, nor is there a prescribed number of utterances which must be included in a volume in order for it to be considered a complete book. Also, the hieroglyphic scripture should be written in either vertical or horizontal form, from right to left or left to right. And some chapters have variants, making their lip variable. Some chapters, like chapter 10, even contain special instructions, especially the need to fasten the text and the response. We let the new scrolls of the certain room. Thus, some chapters, like 4 and 31, have a short and a long version. Consequently, there was no set length for a composite scroll of the certain room. Its length could range from a few feet to 70 or 50 feet, or more in length. In ancient times, certain chapters would be chosen by individuals in accordance with their feelings to the direction of their spiritual preceptors or their priest or priestesses. So that's what I was saying earlier. When you do your own, it's your own. It ain't gonna be the same one. That makes sense?
Yep.
And if somebody asks me that means they didn't know what they was talking about. But they asked me a certain number. Well, number what? No, it's like, my number, the one I read is, I didn't number 5, I need to listen with, and somebody else number 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But
Right.
that's what, it ain't something that they know it now, this is an ancient thing. Right? Yeah, so. If you need it, you'll be following the ancient tradition.
Right.
So if you know it, you want to know that.
I'll pick it up.
All right.
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish this page, Gerald.
Well, page 6, among the early chapters will include lineage from talking of the 12 narratives, so the table of the offering, concept, a false law, and the succession chapter 18 of the Persian Marine. So when they say the word lineage, it only means it's a picture. A lineage is a picture. All right? All right. Then they got
Hold on. Let me expound on that a little bit. Hold on. A vignette is a short, descriptive, and impressionistic scene that captures a single moment, character, setting, or mode rather than focusing on a traditional plot. Originating from the French term for little vine, they are used in literature to add depth in psychology, for research scenarios, and in design to describe a curated arrangement of objects.
but a initiate would never know what he's looking at. Or somebody who don't know, the initiate is learning about what's behind them pictures. You with me?
Right.
That's what they went to school for. So the initiate is trying to learn that mystery what's underneath what everybody looking at. You with
Right.
me?
Right. No
Yeah.
doubt.
Just like somebody looking at the Sankofa learn. Somebody look like he'll learn. But somebody who really knows what's Sankofa, they know that learn turning that to go get what was missed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's an underlying meaning what you know a little bit more. It's not just a learn. It's not just a pretty learn.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, that man turning back. He always hit something. So in these memories, in these things that we hear in the community, it's a deeper meaning. They don't put that Hitler there for nothing in what they hear. The Hitler ain't there not because they like Hitler. That's in the meaning of it, in the meaning with that part in the room, in the whole point. It's a deeper meaning. Yeah. It ain't never Hitler to me or damn look good. It means something.
Right.
Yeah. And the misfit or the one who done been the school really know what it is. And he might or he might not tell you. When they say them Greeks were initiated, they would never tell the Greeks what it meant. They didn't know. They were trying to get initiated to know what I shit meant.
Right.
Yeah. They wanted to know. Come get your dick chopped off.
Right. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, see
No.
that.
You
See that.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That circumcision from the
Right. The circumcision.
Yeah. You want to know that you don't have to get your dick chopped off.
Right. You want motherfucker know what they doing.
Yeah, you want to know, no, man. Let me chop your dick off, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Because
see.
this ain't y'all hurting you. You know what I'm saying? This is everyone hurting you. So y'all doing something that ain't y'all hurting you. Now Emily is not hurting you. You with me? But for you to want to really know something, you gonna have to get your dick chopped off.
See those fucking Cheetos over there?
Yeah. Crazy motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah. That's what later the Hebrews changed that shit over to anybody who wanted to be a Jew. They had to, you don't hear anybody converted to a Jew, they had to get circumcised.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They flipped that whole thing in religion. It said, them was the chosen people. Only God chosen people had to get the circumcision. No, that was a Semitic thing. That was an alien thing. And y'all said we Lord who said do it, yeah. But ain't no motherfucking Jehovah or no motherfucking whoever the fuck y'all trying to say.
When the
Yeah,
Sankofa,
so Moses to do it and all that shit. Y'all was right there, bro.
Right. Right.
That's how
You-
it
hey,
look.
when the
Hey, that
Sankofa
might have been
bird,
where they went back too deep or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Started a trend.
Well, now, when you get the wrong people doing it, you hear like them Jews doing hippie shit with it. You
Right.
know, doing all kind of hippie shit in the 90s and all that on fuck pedophilia and shit.
Right.
It wasn't never for 90s.
Right. Right.
It was when you got, that was the whole coming into adolescence. When they said, what they really call the rituals, when the Lord become a man, I remember they call that ritual. But then when you got the circumcision stuff. And I said, I'm going to show y'all roots. They haven't seen any of the roots when they need it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's get that last. I don't know if I can go further, man. My shit started to drop a little bit.
Oh.
But let's finish this up though.
hey, just
And then you can go as far as you want to. I'm gonna have to just step to the left for a minute though.
Mm.
Let's read the rest of this page.
Soul of heaven, light in the earth. That's what the turning the room, that's what the pyramid said. 3,200 to 25, 75, and shit. Heaven has thy soul, the earth has thy body. That's the turning the room. So all that heaven thing, that really comes from us. When the heaven, the only Really, we wasn't up here on earth. You know what I'm saying? When you really think of heaven, you really, your mind is expanding to the earth is only a small little ass rock from the sun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And you're not stuck here. You're universal. So when it's saying the heaven, the universe, not just living up to the sky when we think in some place. You know what I'm saying? The universe is, you know, not, I think you know, yeah. The universe is not damn right.
Not the one, not the one with the 3 and 1, right?
Yeah. That's just, you know, that the astronauts go to that heaven. That's the astronauts go there. I'm talking about the mind. The mind not even living in that. Astronauts go to heaven. They go there. They just did a, you know what? Astronauts let up there. That we ain't talking about that heaven. We talking about something else. So,
Crazy.
and the higher witness among so there are some concepts which existed in the earliest era of the Semitic culture, which were maintained over a period of thousands of years, down to the very last era. There are some other chapters and concepts which appear in most of all of our surviving copies. Some of these include chapter 1, which contains the coming forth by night, chapter 9, which contains the men triumphant over the enemy and understanding the literal wisdom about the nature of the mind, and then chapter 36, which contains the coming forth into the ultimate light, implying transformation from mortal human life into immortality and oneness in the mind. Y'all ain't want that shit to come in the fifth enemy. You hear my
You
telling?
don't want that
Y'all
church.
hear no immortality and oneness in the mind. They lock that shit out. They don't want no part of that.
No parts. No parts.
Hell no.
No
You don't
parts.
need no to go to church no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what in the mind. What I need you, what the fuck you gonna tell me I'm a feeling and all that stuff? You just trying to get my money.
Gonna turn them churches into concert venues
Yeah.
instead of congregation getting the word.
Yeah, you heard it like the Lord talked to me and told me to tell y'all to get me a plane and all that old bullshit, you know. Yeah, the Lord only talked to the leader. But when he understands you the line too, get the fuck out of my face with all that nonsense.
Right. Right. I'm trying to get
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We can learn together that you ain't no more important than me and I don't owe you a lot
Yeah,
damn
and that's
thing.
so beautiful about comedic thought, man, in the Nile Valley mystery system, man. Is there ain't hiding shit, man. Yeah, you got to get initiated into the information, and it seems that what it takes is for you to be interested, right? Instead of
Yeah.
what we face with people just trying to big up something else, um, you got to sit down and just learn some shit and then make a decision, all right?
But they can't bullshit you because the text will reveal that you lied. You with me?
Right,
So then, if he bullshit you at the wall, you gonna be like, wait a minute, you
right,
know, our history so listen. You
right,
know,
right,
so you can't bullshit me. So it ain't being initiated don't mean that it's just somebody that's a little bit older than you, or he just was ignorant a little bit before you was. But all y'all on the same path. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, it ain't
yeah,
that they younger than you, they just older than you and know a little bit longer because they living it longer. But you are living on it now.
yeah.
You can lie too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
but
ain't no
some
one.
of them is younger and know more, right?
Right.
Right.
If you got the, if you want to know, and you hit it that hard and done it that hard, yeah, you can pass anybody. It's your number to want to know. And hitting it. And put that fire. Murder that all. Murder that all. When everybody ain't done it, you done it. And everybody ain't knowing it. That's how I was when I was looking stuff. I know, because I was wanting to know, man.
Yeah.
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 When I'm even, like, I saw Dr. John here before. Yeah, he know. He know and actually know. Dr. Minnesota, I hear you. I want to know. Dr. Meehan, I want to know. Dr. Neop, I want to know. Dr. Francis, I want to know it.
Right.
Y'all know them guys? I want to know it. Not the line that more I hear you. I want to know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to put in that work, man. And that was exactly showing that on my social media. I'm passing on information I know in all the way with the reels and the music and giving them the information. You know, I'm trying to do my part. But I learned that from other people. Put it in work, man. Want to know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's how I see y'all. I see you putting your work up. I see you Jamie. I see you Eric. Y'all want to know. That's why we dealing with this right now. Y'all want to know. And it make me run away. And it make me come out and try to change the subject. Then leave. You want to know.
Let me give you
Yeah.
a compliment on that, man. Something complimentary. So it's a big difference between being present and being present to know, want to know some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I opened up with the reading from that dude, Gary. Um, and so what he wrote me was he wrote the wrong headline. This is just a picture that Gerald has up on his book, on his square, right? So he said, wrong headline. The souls of the origin beings are protected, agreeable, and disagreeable souls, right? And then so I sent him invite to come on to Sankofa. And he said to me, he just sent this back to me. If you didn't know in the first place, why didn't you ask instead of responding with gibberish message, right? The message that I sent him was an invite to Sankofa. So what I sent to him was, I didn't respond with a gibberish response, Gary. I responded with an invite to you because I felt you had pertinent knowledge of self to share. Not sure what the fuck you on now, but still, right now, I invite you. We are actually on right now reading and discussing the Pert right now. So you can hit the Zoom link and dismiss yourself from labeling my sincere invite to you as gibberish. Please, or not. Peace. So that's just the difference, right? You know, I
Mm-hmm.
would have jumped on, right? I would have jumped on myself and said, okay, you know, we miscued. What you guys doing over here? And then give him an opportunity to share, you know, what point he wanted to make, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think he just one of them Texan cats. I looked him up too, and you know, um, so, anyways, that's just a personal identification with what we was just discussing, you know, and my intention to come in, you know, these next few readings with the mindset of wanting to learn, right? Instead of wanting to debate and take up time with a debate and shit like that, right? Um, but there again, you know, I've learned a whole lot of this stuff, man, and I haven't learned a whole lot of this, but I learned enough to be able to identify with what's going on. Because when I first picked up this book and read some of it, I couldn't get with none of it. I couldn't even comprehend what I was reading, right? And now it's just you know, it flows pretty much like water. All right, so you know, anybody else trying to get on, man, you know, this is stuff to, you know, Jamie says it, you know, frequently, you know, you don't know what we're talking about, but we definitely know what you're talking about. In fact, we still go into that book and those many other religions. John Henry Clark said, "You study all the history that you can study everything, right?" So just a big difference, man, and I'm glad I stuck with it, man. You guys can keep reading, man. I just got to at least take a break for a minute myself, and there ain't nothing with the reading or nothing. It's just me.
Yeah, no, I mean, we've been on almost 3.5 hours, man. We can park it right here, man.
Fix your mic a little, Jamie.
Right here, you know. That's what can hear me.
Not that good. I can't. They might be
About the
able to.
same.
You not hear me?
It's about the same.
It's not loud.
Nope.
No, it sounds like you far away.
Uh,
I don't know if y'all can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, cool.
We can hear Jamie. It just ain't
All
as
right,
clear
cool.
as it usually is.
Yeah.
what it is, man.
E, you got something to say on that? On any of that? You want to add?
Oh no, man. No, it's all good. No, I'm good, man. It's all good.
Okay.
Yep.
Y'all can hear it. Y'all can hear better.
Yep.
Oh,
All
much
right.
better, yeah, bro.
Okay. Yeah. You know, man. What was the last thing you said now?
I was just saying. You guys can keep reading, man.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah. We can park it, man, because we've been on 3 hours and I gotta get some to eat, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off too.
Yeah. Hey, but we can pick it back up Friday, family. We're gonna be back up. We're gonna be back on Friday, man. And we'll pick back up. We left off on page 53. At the top of 53, man. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, we can get back on it, man. I just wanna just make sure that y'all good with that?
I'm good with it.
That works for
Okay.
me, brother.
Okay. All right. Hey, so look, man. Hey, family, listen, man. We're gonna stop it there. Please
Look,
like,
one thing,
subscribe.
one
Yeah.
thing.
Go ahead,
Look
King.
like they were saying the initiate or the average and the scholar, then the next level, the book is set up the same way.
Say that part again. Say that part again.
Yeah. I couldn't catch that.
You
No,
said the Vignette and the
no, how the stages of into evolution.
the
okay, right,
Page
evolution.
48.
right,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The exploration, the starving, then the damage, right?
Right.
right.
The book is set up the same way.
Right.
Right now, we in the whole initiative part of it. You with me?
Right.
Then we gonna get into the all in this, and then later we gonna really get into the room. And after we done have a full understanding. So the book is setting us up the same way. Now we learning what everything is, the history of the, we learning now.
Yeah.
Then
We're
we
going
go,
through those. We're going through those three channels.
right, then they go up a level
Yeah.
in a minute. Up
Hey, so
another
when
level.
we get to the Pert Hamaru, that's where we get into the spells and the utterances.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Ah!
we don't have a full understanding of what it is instead
Right.
of just being thrown into it.
Yeah,
Then
because
we read it, Yeah, we can read it, but you don't have that full understanding. And that's the number I wanted us all to be on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Because I went from the first page, I forgot what really could attract my attention, but I got it highlighted in here. And then I went to the utterances. And made that phone call.
Yeah, he sure
Yeah.
did. Hey, man, I fell out, man. That was just so funny, man. I just said, oh man, hey, that shit just scared the shit out of
And
scared the shit out of me, man.
most motherfuckers call and ask for some help and some explanation. I was called making a statement.
He said,
King,
I am
I ain't
not
gonna
bringing
be
it in
able to
my
rock with
house.
this baby.
Yeah, this got spells in it, man. I don't want no. I don't want that in my house. So I'm not bringing that in my house, man. Yeah,
Mm.
wow, man, that was all right there, man. I needed that laugh. Hey, I
I went
fell
from
out,
that. I
man.
went from that to right now, going at it with a dude on online with it. I
Hey,
don't
he
know,
was serious. Hey,
all respect due,
he
man.
was.
I don't know what dude is on, man. I sincerely invited him, man, and he on some other shit, man. I don't know. I don't know what he on, but I still invited him. He had time to come on. We still got further Fridays and Sundays to, uh, jump on in, cuz, and let's get it.
Yeah, man. A lot of times, man. I mean, ain't nothing wrong. They gonna express their little thought. You know what I mean? But a lot of times when you invite them to show and prove, man, they a lot of them gonna tuck their tail. They don't want to be, you know, last thing you want to do is get beat up on live.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I invited him because I thought he knew some shit, man. I didn't. He might know some shit.
Well, I mean,
I ain't gonna prince him right now,
yeah, I'm just saying, you know how that go,
Yeah,
man.
I know how
You
it go,
dudes, man,
man.
you dudes will be talking and talking and talking, and you'll never know, man. Some might show up for a second, some might not, man. Most not, man. Most not gonna show up. They'll type you to death, but they
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And I ain't doing that. I did that one part right there, man. While I was typing it, I was thinking, shit, man,
they
I
ain't
ain't
gonna show
about
up,
this.
man.
I ain't about this.
They probably don't even read the Bible, man. They probably
Right,
don't even read their Bible. You know what I mean? They don't let somebody read it to them. That's most of the time that's what it is. But
right.
yeah, I just want to. You good?
No, it's not normal. You already you know too much, so you're bullying them. You understand?
Yeah, I understand, man. That ain't my
Yeah.
intention, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what it is. Cause if they wanted to learn, man, if they wanted to share something, then that's what they would do. It ain't that damn difficult, you know. We put up all them smoke screens, man, and shit. So
Knowledge yourself, like you said, that put us at a whole nother level. That's why when you say, hey, I want to hit you, you know you're going to win. Ain't no way of hitting can beat you. If you lose, then you don't have knowledge yourself.
right,
Yeah,
right,
so it's a no way you can lose dealing with anybody in the Abrahamic faith. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's more egotistic thing at a certain level when you get to it, you know. But
right, right.
yeah.
This is a good session, man. I'm glad we into this, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Mm.
Like,
I'm gonna have to get E to expound on this a little bit because I know he knows some shit. He got an idea about it.
what
Maybe he just do
he,
what
he
I'm
know.
trying to do, man. He could
He,
agree with it. That's what he said. He agree with
he
it.
know.
That's
Oh
simple.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm right here with it. I'm right here with it, brother.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
appreciate
it
you,
makes
man.
sense. It makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
For sure, man. But you can just, some things you just can't get around it, man. When you really use critical thinking, it's, what I'm saying, or when like it said, when when you're dealing with mysticism, when you have to,
Right.
when you're dealing with mysticism, and how to take it, man. It's not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing, man. Mythology is not a bad thing, man. It's just not, man. It's very, very informative, man.
Yep.
Very, very informative, man. It teaches a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? This is what you learn. You learn a lot off of mythology. You learn. Like, period, man. It's not a bad thing. Nothing wrong with mythology, man. The books that we're reading about mythology, King. I mean,
But the
Right. That's
world
right.
mythology end up being Abrahamic faith. You with me?
Right.
yes, sir.
The Abrahamic faith mythology won out on the world level. That makes sense?
Say that
Yeah.
last part.
Abrahamic faith mythology won out on the world level.
Right, right.
So when you think of the beginning, you always think of Adam and Eve. You
Right.
don't think of a saw and a set. All of them is mythology, but you think of Adam and Eve. So that mythology won out, and then they tried to almost make it history. But then people should know what I did on the school. I ain't learning about no Adam and Eve and no goddamn school. You know what I'm saying? You try to be confused about it. They always teach that shit in religious school. But in a regular school, they don't teach no Adam and Eve, no history, none of that shit. You know, when you go to school 5 days a week, then you go to that shit on Sunday, and the Sunday, some kind of way, truck that knowledge, so to truck the knowledge that we go to school. You with me?
Right, right.
If we understood, if when we go to school, about the second or third way, we supposed to be asking our parents, hey, which one is true? The Adam and Eve or the hill or the real history that is human in school? One of them is not real.
Right.
Right.
We never ask that question. I never asked that question. You know, I'm making a small amount of now, but nobody brings that up. But wait a minute. Why they don't teach Adam and Eve in history? In school? Because it ain't got nothing to do with history.
Mhm. That's right. That's
It's
right. That's right.
mythology.
That's facts. That's facts. You
Mythology.
ain't learning in school because it ain't it's not history.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. It
It's not
can't be
it's not
proven.
history. You can't prove
Can't
it.
be proven.
So that's why they don't teach it in
No.
school.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's not
They ain't
supported by
got no
facts.
world history. They don't bring no element Eve up in no world history and
Mm-mm.
no civilization and no shit like that.
No, no, no.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That was war that. And then in their way, how people confused when they make them think it's history. We have conversations on Facebook now when people asking about Adam and Eve. And they grown people. They not people in high school. These are grown up. They don't believe in it. Now, so a history class, some of them college graduates. And they Adam and Eve real.
Mhm.
They never got the memo. So they go to church every goddamn Sunday. Or they go to the mall. You know?
Facts.
Yeah, they Islam
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I just heard this definition of Genesis, and I can't remember it, and I was trying to look it up, man, but it don't speak on what that Genesis was explaining. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it later and where I was listening to it at and get that
Mhm.
description because it's totally different than what I knew a Genesis was. This just gives the same identification of what Genesis is that I already know. So, but I'll find that out. I was watching one of the many fucking videos I watch. Shit.
Yeah. Hey, so listen, man. Let's go on and close him down, man. Hey,
All right.
family, like, subscribe, share. Give us a a comment. Let us know what you think. Uh, Anybody, you are all welcome to join us. And if you don't want to go live, come and join us Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can come in and you can discuss whatever you choose to discuss, whatever you wanted the topic to be, we can discuss it. All right, whatever it is, we got this panel is well versed. I mean, political, um, religious, you know, whatever whichever way you want to go with it, we can have a conversation and we can build. All right, family, you all are welcome. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, open mic every Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We doing things like this, reading or something. Somebody's going to be doing something. All right. We got a children's book read on the first Sunday every month, right? And that's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, we having kids read books, reading uh, uh, books about our people, kings, queens, multi geniuses, just our people in general, man, over in Africa, real places, real people, real events. I mean, hey man, and we like I said, we giving away books. You know what I'm saying? We're giving away a free book, don't cost you nothing. All we need is the address to send it to. Good quality books, not no cheap books. Um, and some really, really good information. You know what I'm saying? Family, they're going through a lot to take our take down our history and to change our history. They do not want our history up, taught. They got a lot of states now that is getting on board with where they're not allowed to teach Black African history, all right, in the schools curriculum. All right. So, what we gotta do, family, is we gotta really get to it, man. We gotta do it. We gotta do this the right way, man. We gotta, make sure that they don't rewrite our history in our face. And that's just what they're doing right now as we speak. They're rewriting history. They're giving you they're already giving you the blueprint right now. They're already saying that history, that the slavery benefited the slaves and that they gained some type of skills from slavery. So all I'm saying is, fam, that couldn't be so far from the truth. That's just so untrue. That's really that's bad information, right? You're talking about the people that built pyramids, right? You know, gave you mathematics and structures, mega structures. You know what I mean? So nah, man, you can't tell me that. But this is what their narrative is. So I'm just saying, family, give us a like, subscribe, share. Come and join us. You're all are welcome. Hey, E, you want to say something, King, before we go?
My bad, I was muted. Always appreciate the time we spend together, man, learning and building. So let's keep it going. And power to the people, brother. Power to the people.
Power to the people. Power to the people. And
Yes, sir.
that's right. That's right, man. And Gerald, want to say something to him, King, before we sign out?
Power to the people. All power to the people. Right
Yes,
That's right.
sir.
That's right. That's
there.
right, family. Hey, so we out of here, family. Like I said, join us. Give us a like, subscribe, share. Let us know what y'all think.